on the ice for 2 weeks, and just allowed us to see areas of the game which we've absorbed over the last couple of weeks of practice, and saw some good things out there. Saw some things that obviously we need to work on. When we were 5-on-5, I thought we pursued pucks really well. I thought we got pucks down low and competed. I thought we competed up well all night long. Obviously, power play, you see some skill out there, and we've got guys who move the puck. I think we're going to be perfectly fine on the power play moving the puck, and we could have, I thought, a couple more chances, a couple more goals in the power play. Man down situation, we got to work on it a little bit more in our own zone and coverage. That's a team that is highly skilled. It's a team that I know some players from that team, because I tried to draft some of them a few years ago. I was with Pittsburgh. Bryce Swan, I saw 5 years ago, and he was a second-round pick by an NHL club, and he shoots the puck as well as anyone. Obviously, he had 3 goals in the third period. So for us, it's an opportunity for us to come back Monday, Tuesday, take a look at the film on Monday, come back on Tuesday, see where we need to continue to emphasize points of emphasis. I gave a few, but this is the beginning of the season. We've been on for a little bit, and it's allowing us now to really focus in on what some of the areas that we need to get better at. We'll have a full time slot of practice beginning on Tuesday. We're coming off some early just practices with not that much ice time, so it's a good testing. I liked our compete battle, as I said. I like how we went to nets, and now we'll look at the tape and improve on the areas that we need to get better at.
Questions?
Play seemed to struggle a bit there in that third period. What did you notice out there?
Yeah, it's I mentioned to the guys that the goaltenders were going to go 1, 2, 3, and when you're going in third, that's the last place you don't want to be in, because you've sat there for 40 minutes. And some well-placed shots is what I saw. They're good on the power play. They move it around very well. I think they had at least 2 in the third period. They had 4 overall. It's tough. It's his first test out there, and he's coming in a little cold, and I'm sure there might be 1 or so he want back, but we just got to be able to defend better on the PK out in front of him.
You mentioned the media day that seemed like a dry run for you guys as far as your coaching staff. How was it out there?
Yeah, it's a little different than what I remember it, but the pace picks up pretty quickly. And it was a dry run. It was good for our staff to work with the players and the players to see how we're going to run the bench and manage the bench. And I thought it went really well today. I think there was coordination. There was no. Everyone was on the same page on the bench, and everyone knew when they were up next. And we had good management from the bench side, and the players responded. And there was a lot of power plays, penalty killing, so it gives you a lot of chance to change up an awful lot. And I thought we did well, and I think players managed that well.
Of the 7 new skaters that skated for Northeastern, who really stood out for you?
Well, I thought 74 was pretty good. And I know people are questioning, from media day, our offense, and I said I think we've gotten some pretty good offense. There's some puck movement out there. We got McLaughlin's line who hunts down pucks as well as anyone, and they were out there. We've got the Daniels line that creates with Sapineri and Pim. We've got we'll create some offense. I'm pretty sure of that. We're going to. I thought at some points offensively. Again, we dressed a few more players, but I thought that Carlson, made some real nice plays. You saw 2-on-1 at the end. So I think he's going to, he'll filter his way into the offense. And I like some of the things from all our freshmen. There was a little bit of, Josh Manson made some nice plays on the power play and made a nice pass there for one of the goals. So everyone did contribute. It was a good test. As you know, we played 8 defensemen. We played an extra forward. So this allows us now to see where we go from here with our lineup, with our personnel. But it got everyone a chance to play and get into some games.
Talk about the status of Cody and Steve.
Yeah, Cody and Steve are practicing with the team, and there's some team violations that were broken last year, and it's just an early disciplinary issue. But they've been great. They've worked hard. They've been on the ice when those 2 come back. Obviously, they'll give us more offense because they bring it. we won't see Carlson the next game because of NCAA eligibility, amateur violation for 2 games. So he'll sit out the next 2, and those 3 have been playing pretty well in practice together. So, as I said earlier, I think we're going to get enough offense. I think we compete for pucks now. It's just a matter of playing a little bit better as a unit defensively.
Our audience is not play on Friday.
They will not. No.
Other questions, guys?